Our touring cycle was never go home.
Gaslight Anthem, how are you doing?
How you
Very
doing?
well, how are you?
Thanks, good. American Slang came out this month.
Yeah.
What is the best thing you heard about it so far?
Best thing I've heard about it so far. I don't know, I've been trying to not pay too close attention to what people are saying quite yet, just because we're on tour and I'm really trying to focus on how we play and focus on that stuff we have control over. You don't have control over what people say.
Yeah.
But so far it seemed positive. So
yeah, every show that we have talked to fans, they seem like they're into it. At shows, they seem like they're into it. I don't know if they're into it or they're just excited that we're playing. I don't really know.
But is there going to be a moment that you are going to look into what people are writing?
So personally, I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't really affect me. I try not to let it affect me. Same with Ben. You know.
Well, yeah, I will definitely read all of it at some point. I mean, when I get a good internet connection, you know, I will like start surfing around, seeing what people have to say. But I do remain generally unaffected by what people say either way, especially on the internet, because everyone's a journalist on the internet. You know?
Well, it's good so far. So
It's been all right.
Yeah, it's been all right.
And I don't read Dutch.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, so it's easy.
I see these articles, but
I don't read too much Dutch either.
No,
it's boring. But, you have just started something that looks like a never-ending tour, you could say, because it's going all the way to November, far into November.
Yeah.
Is there a particular date you are looking forward to, extra forward to?
Yeah.
The local shows I'm really looking forward to. The ones
Radio City Music Hall.
And before that, we even have another one at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park in the first week in August, which is just, it's always nice, especially when you're on tour for quite a while, that you come home and there's sort of one collective meeting ground for a lot of your friends and people that you haven't seen in a while. It's usually a fun night, you know. I'll probably get a room down there so I don't have to drive and just hang around.
Is it harder to play in front of them?
Yeah, there's always added pressure. I feel at home shows. I get a little bit more nervous than I would any other day of the week, that's for sure. But I don't know, you just kind of have to look at it as just another day at work, basically.
Because you played in New York, was that the first show for the album?
Yeah, it was our first show in about 6 months.
Was that like a home show? Like, did it feel like that? Yeah. Yeah,
close enough. You know, most of us live in New Jersey still, but pretty close to New York. Even where we grew up is not very far. So, and New York has, you know, New Jersey's actually suffering from like the lapse of clubs between, you know, like 200 people and like 2,000 people. You know, there's very few mid-sized clubs where a venue could be intimate, you know, in New Jersey. So sometimes you just have to bring it to New York for the venue.
Who were there?
Huh?
Who were there at the show?
Well,
your relatives?
Friends, family, people that work for us. It was cool. It was
a lot of friends. It was nice.
Well, now this tour is starting. Have you ever done a tour that's so long? Like
yeah. Way longer.
Way longer, yeah.
So this is a piece of cake.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
Most of our tours have been about 6 weeks, especially when we come to Europe. We do about 6 weeks, and now we kind of have a grasp on it that we'll do 3 weeks, maybe a couple days off, a month, a couple days off.
I mean, essentially, I'd say within at least the touring period between like Sink or Swim and this record before we took the time off, I mean, we probably did an average of like 270 or 280 shows like a year.
Yeah.
And that was what our touring cycle was, never go home. So the fact that we actually have like a week in between tours, and tours are typically, you know, they're 3 weeks to a month long with a little break, and then you just go out again. And also the way we travel now, I mean, our accommodations are a lot nicer.
Better,
It's nice. I mean, to me, the only thing that's more difficult is playing headlining shows and playing a much longer set. It is more like physically taxing, but everything else is easier than it's been, I would say.
Can you describe the situation you were in when you started touring the 59 Sound?
The 59 Sound.
59 Sound wasn't too bad. Before that was when it was bad.
How was it before that then? Let's start with that.
What our first 2 tours in Europe were completely independently booked. independent places, mostly
Squat houses
and really small bars, clubs. We traveled in a, Sprinter van, just the 4 of us, and somebody to drive us around, do merch. Yeah, we did 2 full European tours doing that. In the Netherlands too, where we missed Amsterdam the first time, but we played that skate park in Eindhoven. We played in Arnhem at the stage. Played,
We played Trash Fest, I think it was called.
Trash Fest.
Yeah.
I was up in the north somewhere. I don't remember the name of the town.
Yeah, played some interesting shows.
Yeah, we've played some interesting shows.